Sports fans, this is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes here live on this Saturday morning, ready for you know what? What's happening college football? Another edition. We're going to be talking about Saturday slate and giving our predictions. And we're also going to talk about that one portal window that the NCAA decided they was going to vote on and not have another spring portal. Please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you subscribe. I got my man Mossberg of Level Up Sports 10 with us this morning. How you feeling, Mossberg?
And pretty good. That late game that we was just talking about kept me up a little bit. I fell asleep, left my phone just dangling. But it's good to see all the screens this morning, man. I appreciate you having me. As they say, man, I got to say it one time, but I don't say it like you. We back with another banger on a Saturday morning for what's happening in college football.
We also got our man, FanDuel Zaya of the FanDuel Zaya podcast with us this morning. How you feeling this morning, FanDuel?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm ready for this show. It's going to be a very interesting one to hear y'all's thoughts on what's going to go down today. And y'all know, like JoJo just said, we are back with another banger.
Back with another banger. We also got our man, Sean, who has been in our chat with us for quite a while, and we're enjoying having him on the show with us this morning. How you feeling this morning, Sean?
We're good this morning. We, looking through the slate, seeing I've got it up over here and trying to figure out what I'm gonna plan my day around. There's good games kicking off random spots here. We ready to go. It's Saturday. It's kickoff time. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Right,
yes, sir.
Right. We also got our man Post Game of the Post Game 86 podcast with us this morning. How you feeling, Post Game?
Rob, what it do, baby?
I'm good. I'm good. Good to see you in this morning. Let's go ahead and get started, man, and go ahead and get into some of the questions that we have on the table. The NCAA has ruled on the one portal window in January. There will be no spring portal window. Are you in favor of it?
Man, I ain't no fan of it. I don't like the fact that guys won't have the opportunity to hit the portal in the spring because that's when you really realize where you at on the depth chart. I think that time gives a lot of teams to plug holes and for guys to go get playing time in other places. And I understand that it's helping really the coaches, but I think it's not a benefit to the players. So I'm just not a fan in that aspect of it. I'm pro player, and I want the players to have every opportunity to be able to. They're already trying to move towards this 5-year rule, as we were speaking about in past trends, where you just got 5 years. So I can't think that this is going to be a huge benefit to some guys when we're talking about them being able to maximize their 5 years or 6 years or however long they got on campus.
It's good to see you in here, Sean, as well, man. Appreciate you joining after us formally meeting just a few weeks ago. And what's your thoughts on this one? I would love to hear your thoughts. I got a few things to say. Definitely would love to hear your
Bless you.
Thank you. I don't know. I'm both on this. I see the point for the players, but I'm also one who misses the loyalty of college football, where kids went to a school and they never left. I mean, back home in Texas, you got families that go to Texas A&M, the Matthews family. Every one of them kids played offensive line at A&M because their dad did. You don't see that anymore. And in the portal, and I get the players getting the chance to play. Don't get me wrong. But I like it. I just don't like the timing of it. Especially, it's hard for me to say because we ain't been in the playoff yet. But those teams that are in the playoffs, that's going to hurt them. The coaches got to try to figure out how to go find players and still get ready for, I believe right now the window would be in the semifinal round. Yeah. Man, you're trying to prepare one of the best 4 teams and you got to try to go find kids that you don't even know if you're going to lose kids. And I think it needs to be after the whole season's over. Leave it in the spring after spring ball.
Yeah,
That's my theory on it.
Yeah, I think, I mean, it's, I'm 50-50 in ways, and I think I agree in ways of what you were saying. I think they do need to have the one window, but I think if it's later, yes, I think it, builds that loyalty that we all want to see. But at the same time, it's, it's still a lot of things that these kids that we can't forget about, have to think about. We don't know what's going on in their life as well. And it's starting to be a business in the sort to where, what's the ideal of the whole breakdown? If you come with one transfer window, eventually it's going to be some type of contract signing. I mean, it's the only way, I think, to better the whole format. Spring is my opinion, but it's going to suck for some kids that want to make that move after, bowl games and things. I think that would be the best for it. So just my opinion. Totally agree with what you guys are saying as well.
Hey, Rob, if my background gets out of hand, just put me on mute, bro, until the question get to me. But I mean, this is the new college football, folks. I agree with Sean. I would like to have the transfer portal, if it's only one time, open during that spring, where you kind of know where you at on the depth chart, where you're going to be if you got a chance to play. Some players want to start, and they want to go to a team where they know they can start at. And so, but it's interesting because I heard that you can expect some lawsuits coming from the athletes behind this decision. So that's very interesting. I'm for one portal window, but the timing of it, I don't know if I can rock with it.
Yeah, I'm glad that y'all brought that point up, man, because I was sold on the January portal window. I was in favor of it. I thought it was the best option. But after hearing all of y'all's points, man, I agree. I think it should only be one portal window, but I really do like for it to be after spring ball. You already know where you are on this team, and you can go into summer workouts. The semester is over. You're going into summer session. You could transfer it in just like when recruits come in after their high school career is over, the ones who don't enroll early. I think that's the perfect time to me too. I agree with y'all, and I think that's probably when it should be, because that way all of the football is done. You got a break in the action. Coaches can pay attention to that portal and get some things rectified on their team. They know what pieces they need from the pieces that are leaving. I think that after spring ball is probably the perfect time for guys to have that portal window. So I agree with y'all because I was really leaning towards that January, thinking it was the best time simply because guys could transfer. It's right there when classes are starting for spring session. You get your early enrollees coming on campus. They get to participate in spring ball. But I think after spring is probably the best time. And hopefully coaches will look at that and change it, especially if players decide they're going to, look for legal action towards that January portal window. So I like the fact that y'all brought up that point because y'all swayed me. Man, y'all must be attorneys at heart.
Man, listen, I think what you're gonna see this first year is a lot of dudes making the wrong decision. It's too
Yeah,
early.
I think, I mean, we talked about it a lot, and I thought, I was kind of like you, and when I seen this, I was like, the spring window is the best window. Like you got to think, for example, if I'm 17 years old and I come right in, I'm some tower top player, and I want to move because of a coaching change. That's tough. I understand the loyalty. I get it, but today's day and age, things are changing so fast with these sports to where, as an athlete, I understand we answer some of the questions former athletes playing, but until we actually in those shoes, because I seen a gentleman sign a contract. I mean, signed to a school yesterday. I shared it in our group. I'm like, man, if I'm able to, I might want to go get me a little community college year eligibility in. I mean, if it's possible, let's go do it, man. And as long as it's not detrimental to the game and there being sportsmanship about it, you gotta, if it's allowed, you gotta take advantage of it if you want to, I guess.
Now,
I'll tell you what you're going to see in the first year. You're going to see triple the amount we've seen in the portal in that first year.
Yeah,
there's going to be kids that are second string right now. They're going to be in line to start next year because the guy in front of them is graduating and going to be like, well, they got this good recruit coming in. I'm going to enter the portal. And then you go from having 1,500 kids in the portal one year, you're going to have over 4,000 kids in the portal because everybody that thinks they need to go is going to go.
and another thing that I don't think we're thinking about too is a lot of kids what we might see is them just testing the portal out and throwing their name in the hat to see if they can get a bigger bag, and the consequence of that might be your coach might say, nah, stay there. If you decide to pull your name back out of it, the coach might be like, well, I already moved on from your decision. You want to test the water, you stay there.
I think the biggest beneficiary of this whole thing, if it stays in January, I think you're going to see the Division II ranks get even better because you're going to have more of these Division I kids that, I need to go somewhere now and get in, and they're going to these D2 schools are going to start picking up these kids.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Is the clause still in there to where if your coach leaves, you got a 10-day window to transfer if you want to? Is that still in there? Does anybody know?
30 days.
30 days?
So the kids at Virginia Tech and UCLA have 30 days to transfer, put their name in right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, 30 days to put your name in.
Wow.
Was you going to add something post-game?
Nah.
Okay,
So, just a quick question about the portal. With you saying that, Sean, I'm glad you mentioned that. So if I'm a kid, just say, for example, at Virginia Tech and I transferred today, I wanted to hit the portal. Am I still able to play during this college football season, or do I wait till the following season?
Yeah, I mean, that's you can't play this year.
Gotcha.
But you can transfer. My understanding you could probably file a lawsuit and try to get, but I mean, what coach is going to take a kid off another team and just throw him in, and he don't know your system, he don't know your play calls, he don't know your, but you use that as a red shirt because you're only 4 games into the season. So even if they played 4 games, they can red shirt.
Yeah.
Man,
I think we kind of seen something like this last year. It wasn't because of a coaching. What was the quarterback?
Quarterback from UNLV, I believe.
Yeah, what was the name? I can't think of his name. His name is slipping, but he played that one game and he was like, or what might have been 2 games. He was like, nah, I'm putting my name in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. So do y'all think this is going to be a situation where coaches really have to maybe hire some more staff to help them through this portal thing, especially the ones who are in the playoffs?
Well, I think that's why we got GMs now already.
Yeah.
The GMs. We seen Andrew Luck at his alma mater. You got guys all across the country that been hiring GMs. So I think that aspect, I feel like the GM's main responsibility is roster construction. So I think we're already seeing it.
Yep, that's exactly right. I mean, it's pretty much semi-pro football now. It's not. I mean, it's labeled college football, but let's be real. It's semi-pro, where it's the minor leagues of the NFL is all it is.
Yeah.
You got general managers, and the coaches pick these general managers.
Yeah.
So they want somebody that believes in what they're doing, and then they go find the kids that, especially teams in the playoffs. I guarantee you, Ryan Day has a guy that he's like, "Hey, go talk to this kid." But I got to prep for the University of Texas or whatever. So go give me this kid, and they do. That's why.
Well, I'm glad y'all brought up the point of the GMs and the role they play, because it's a point I made a couple streams back. Uh, I think that college football is going more towards a NFL style of setup, and these GMs are going to play big roles when it comes to recruiting and getting these players on campus and their commitments, especially during playoff runs.
Yeah.
So what are y'all's thoughts on Syracuse's coach, Graham Brown's warning to teams trying to poach his players? He seems like he means business, bro. Like, listen, if I find out you trying to poach my players, I'm coming to see you.
Man, this dude better have some real mittens on him, man, the way he be talking. That's the only thing I know. He better have some real mittens. Hey, you hear what he said, Moss? You see it?
Listen,
Oh, man.
I thought the Bud Crawford fight was last weekend. I thought it was about to be another one today on college football. So, I mean, I like it in a way of, he's letting his players know, and for players to have a coach that feel that way about his team, I think that's going to put something in the water for that team this week. Syracuse got a big game, so he letting them know, don't come out here and try to do what y'all going to do with my team. And I don't know, with everything else going on in college football, I kind of like it, man. I kind of like it. Stepping out for his team. And, you got to do that sometimes in these days. You got to be that coach that steps up for your team. And if they know that, I think they go out and they play a little tougher for you as well. It's good to see you in here as well this morning, KT. Parlay Poe, we see you. We know you getting ready. Should have been on screen to show us that Speedway 24-ounce cup if you got it this morning.
I think as a player, you like your coach saying that he's got your back and he's loyal and he wants you there. But I think as an opposing coach, I'm laughing at him. I mean, let's be real. I mean, these kids at Syracuse, yeah, I want you here. But Ohio State, Texas, A&M, Alabama, Georgia come knocking at some kid's door. That kid's going to listen and take that bag in a quick second.
Yeah.
Well, poaching is a whole different thing. That means you are contacting these kids when you're not supposed to. We ain't talking about kids just in the portal or nothing.
Right. No, we're not. But even then, if Syracuse plays at Alabama, it ain't nothing while they walking off the field. Hey, good game. Coach walk over, good game. Hey, hit me up. Let's talk. There's your poaching, but that kid's gonna be like, okay, it's Alabama. I'm gonna listen.
Then Fran Brown gonna kick his ass.
Yeah. Brown,
I mean, now that these players have agents or representatives, man, it's an easy way around it to make it look like it's not poaching. Like, listen, your guy, he did this and this season. Would he entertain going in the portal because, this team is interested in him. This team is interested in him. This team can use his services. I'm quite sure there's ways around making it look like poaching, even though we know what it is.
Post game, you got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I like what the coach came out and said. I like that kind of fire coming from my head coach, but let's be honest, man. If one of these big schools wants a Syracuse player, they're likely going to get him, whether he says that or not. No more. So Although I like it, I like the tough talk. There's nothing he can do at Syracuse if a big time program comes after one of his kids.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, I like the point y'all made too, because I mean, it's Syracuse. Nothing against their program. You know, they have a Hall of Famer, Donovan McNabb. You know, few other players as well, some greats and legends. So, I mean, it's just a day and age. You know, I'm at Syracuse, Ohio State. They, I'm putting that call in, and I'm going. You know, no disrespect. You know, it's just tough.
I mean, I think he has to understand, man. You at Syracuse, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're not at a blue blood. You're not at one of the best universities when it comes to football. You got to expect that that's going to happen, and you're going to have to deal with it. Somebody going to poach you, go poach somebody else. Or
Hey,
Tulane or somebody like that. Shit.
hey, but look though, just hear me out. I think you're getting rid of 50% of them because some of them are gonna be scared now to come poach.
I
Just
guess,
off the words alone.
yeah, I guess it was a good strategic move, right?
I wonder what he gonna take to Death Valley today. What he gonna have with him there? If he gonna have a baseball bat or something on the side.
Yeah,
Nah, he got his knuckles, man.
his
He
knuckle.
wild, man. Fresh, no joke, man.
Let's look at this next question before we get into our slate of games that we got on the docket today. It says the ACC is closing in on a change to their scheduling format. The conference will require all teams to schedule 10 Power Four games, 8 to 9 of them in conference. Is that good or bad?
Hey, listen, I love it. You got to get on the same playing field as the Big Ten and the SEC. You have to make your case for being as competitive as a conference as them other conferences. So the only way to do that is to make your scheduling format and to schedule tough games and win some in non-conference play. So I'm all for the ACC doing this.
I don't think they have a choice. I mean, again, like stealing my thunder up there, man. But the SEC and the Big Ten make the rules. Everybody else just has to follow. Let's just put it like it is. That's real. If the Big Ten and the SEC say we need to play 9 games, then everybody needs to play 9 games because they're the two big dogs. And I mean, it's good for the ACC. I mean, it may give them more exposure because they're gonna have to play. You know, they're not gonna be able to play these Middle Tennessee states. They're gonna have to play. You know, Vanderbilt. Even Kentucky, Vanderbilt, who Kentucky especially isn't a powerhouse, but I mean, it's an SEC program with talent on it. So they're not going to be able to bolster their roster playing these terrible teams or their winning record.
Yeah, I'm loving it like Mickey D's, and I'm not talking about your coffee. Don't sue me, but I love it. But I just think it's good for the ACC. I feel it's not only going to help their chances with the playoff, it'll just help their overall chances. With the portal situation, having that one window, you never know teams, players might want to go to some of those teams, after getting wins throughout the season. And then we talk about the Big Ten and SEC possibly having, 2 conferences. I know we spoke on that. So, this could be something to prevent it. But then again, I think it's only going to help the ACC because there's been a lot of talk about the conference. And I think this is a way to make the conference even better. Why not?
You muted.
He said,
I was saying, listen, KT, man, we seen the SEC playing Southeastern Arkansas State every year. Like they was playing 3 or 4 of them teams every year. Like, well, don't just single out Indiana in this. You know what I mean? Come on, man. We ain't doing that, dog.
Yeah, I think it's a good move for them. It's going to definitely bolster their strength of schedule. Just because they got to play another Power Four school if they go to a 9 game schedule, which I believe they're going to a 9 game conference schedule. They got to definitely do that as well. They can't have teams sticking around doing 8. Um, it don't have to be a powerhouse, power four school. You can go and get a good game against a good quality team, like Kentucky was mentioned, Vanderbilt was mentioned, um, and get some good work. So I think that that's a good move for the ACC to go and do that, and hopefully. Uh, It'll help them out because I think that conference is about to dissolve between the next 5, 10 years anyway. So we'll see how it goes for them.
I
You got
don't
anything to
know,
add to
man.
that, folks?
I don't know if they're gonna dissolve. But go ahead, post. My bad.
Yeah, man. I don't. I'm not sure about that, Rob. I mean, you may be right, but I don't know. The ACC is kind of looking good right now, man. You got Miami, Florida State, Georgia Tech, and Cal. NC State might be better than we thought. They might be able to hold it together. I don't know, but as far as the schedule, I think that's a great move for the ACC.
And I was thinking the same thing post game. I'm like, man, if they could just keep their top three teams on top of um the national eye, this is this is this is a good conference. I don't see why anybody would leave because when you think about Miami, you think about Florida State, and you think about whoever your third team is, you really got the brands in Miami and Florida State. So I mean, as long as they could be good every year, why would they want to leave? Oh, Clemson is the last team I was thinking about. Why would they want to leave though? When they feel like maybe it might be an easier path for them if they did decide to leave and move and go on to the SEC or the Big Ten. I just don't. I think them teams know they had issues with their programs, and I think they're figuring it out. And I don't think that they will probably want to leave with a path that's such so easy to get to um, the 12 team playoff. I think they just need to probably build a few more programs up to make it more competitive and add some more depth to the league.
You know what though, Rob? If we are entering to that age of the two power conferences, then you got a point. But outside of that, I like these ACC teams, man.
I like that. Like coming into the season, looking at the schedules for the ACC, I felt that this was a year to where the ACC conference stand tall, put people on notice, and watch. A lot of stuff we talked about when it comes to the ACC is coming too. You know, we didn't know what the ACC was going to be coming in, but we knew the possibilities, and we wanted to see teams like Miami, Florida State back. You know, in that prominence, and we see what college football has been like. You know, Miami, Florida State, it's week in, week out, so much talk going on about, you know, both of these teams being back. And then you got that Georgia Tech team this year. So I think the ACC has definitely stepped up and playing major this year. So I'm still going to stick with, I think we can definitely get teams in the college football playoff this year. Um, just based on everything the way it's going. And I think that'll be another push forward for the conference. And who knows? Florida State Seminoles may not go nowhere with, you know, having a big year for the ACC. It'll be a good thing overall. So, just my opinion on that. I love the way the ACC looks this year, conference against conference, and I think it's still things to determine. At the end of the season, we could have that talk. Which conference has had the better year this year? Because it's starting to lead up to those type of talks, including the Big 12 looking good.
Yeah, I think all the points y'all made are really, really good points. If it translates into the SACC getting more money for their teams, then they can stick and stay. But if that money don't
Oh
get up
my
there, get
god.
close to freaking Big Ten or SEC money, them dudes is voting for the money. They ain't voting because they got a good conference. They got good teams in it. They want that bread.
They want that bread.
Hey man, somebody put Desjuan's comment up on the screen, man.
Good to see you in here, Des. Nose Nation, baby. We up against Kent State today. Good to see you in here, Des. All them good through the week talks. I got to come over and see you before this big game after we play this Saturday, coming up against KT's boys in a few weeks. But definitely good to see you in here.
It's comment on the screen. What you got to say, Zay?
I would
What you
let Moss finish. How do you own a team, bro? We played y'all 3 times. Yeah, y'all won all 3.
Okay, Zay,
But it's
thank you.
3. It's 3 games, brother. Hey, I can't wait till we see y'all. You know, Moss was saying he gonna see me in December. I hope y'all see
No,
me in
I said
December.
I said January. I said y'all see us at Miami Gardens,
No,
Florida.
y'all now listen, y'all. We're not gonna see y'all in January because we might play y'all in the first round of the college football playoff, and y'all gonna be
We see
coming home.
whoever
Y'all
in
gonna be
January.
coming to us, and we're gonna kick y'all's ass. That's what's gonna happen.
All right. Get him dads.
I know the
Y'all
game
gotta
I
bet.
went to. I went to when I was a little kid, Florida State, 6-0 over the Buckeyes in the shoe.
What was
One
that?
of my
97.
no, this was even before then. This was like in the 80s, early 80s. I think I was maybe in the 7th grade, 8th grade, maybe, and they played Ohio State. And a guy by the name of Alfonso Character, who went to Marion Franklin, who lived across the street from my grandparents. He played on that Florida State team. He also played several years at the Green Bay Packers. Look him up. He was really, really good. He got a sack in that game, and they won 6-0. I was glad I got to go see that. I was selling Coke, and I was drenched in freaking sticky Coke juice.
Uh, just let me say this real fast, fellas. This is why I was so disappointed in the 0-2 start for Notre Dame, and then losing to the best 2 teams on our schedule, although it's early. Because when you look across the conferences, the SEC is going to could get multiple teams in the playoffs. The ACC could get multiple teams in the playoffs. The Big Ten could get multiple teams in the playoffs, and the Big 12 could get multiple teams in the playoffs. And that's why I was so disappointed in my Irish from the start they had, because this is a really competitive year, y'all. 16 teams would have been beautiful, but it's only 12. So it's going to be hard to get a bid in. I know it's early, but it's looking that way.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Let's get into the slate of games that we have today. We got number 17, Texas Tech. They are not favored in this game. They're getting 3.5 points at number 16, Utah. Utah's favored by 3.5, and the over and under is 57.5. What y'all think about this game? Can Texas Tech take a stranglehold on the Big 12?
That's a good
What you
one.
got, JoJo?
I've been looking at this game. I'm gonna go Texas Tech, man. I was just looking at their quarterback stats. He's playing flawlessly, throwing the ball. Um, I'm gonna go Texas Tech. I think a lot of people don't have Texas Tech. If they do, I feel them. I'm going with Texas Tech in a big win, and I'm gonna take the over. I think this is gonna be one of them Big 12 shootouts. The essence of how Patrick Mahomes used to throw that ball, and I can remember when they had a big game. I believe in Texas A&M back then, and the crowd was going crazy. Texas Tech. Sorry about that. And crowd was going crazy. They scored by like 60, 70 points combined in that game. I'm taking Tech over Utah in a big thriller.
Yeah, I'm taking Tech over Utah as well, man. I think just like post game say, styles make fights. I think Utah gonna come out. I think they'll be able to run the ball a little bit, it'll be a little effective. But I think the explosion that Texas Tech has on that offense with that receiving corps, Eakin, Morton has been slinging the rock. Um, in these first 3, he's been just slinging that thing all across the yard. And I see at times, I think Devin Dampier is not as accurate as he needs to be. Um, So that's why I just think Texas Tech is going to have a few more explosives in this game and be able to stretch that defense out. So I'm going Tech. I like their running game as well. But whoever loses game, do not get it twisted. I think they'll be right there. I think both of these teams is on a collision course to meet in the Big 12 championship. I don't think neither one of these teams will lose after today.
Yep, I've got Tech in the over, but it's going to be close. I think it's literally going to come down to, it could come down to a field goal at the end of the game to win or lose it. But I agree with Zay completely. I've had these two penciled as my Big 12 championship game to start. Tech's offense, I mean, they lead the country in scoring.
Yeah.
Can Utah's defense slow that down? I just don't see it.
Post game.
Man, fellas, I think this is a really tough game for me to call. I love both of these teams. So I'm gonna take the home team, fellas. And I'm not very confident in it, but I'm gonna take the home team. I'm gonna take Utah. This game is being played at Utah, right?
Yeah. And you
Go ahead.
remember I said Utah don't lose in Utah, but I did go against the grain on this one.
That is true. Utah has a hell of a record at home, and they got a hell of a team, fellas. If this was at Texas Tech, I would pick Texas Tech. But to me, this is going to be such a close game. Utah's defense has to step up. They definitely got to play today. So I'm going to take Utah at home, fellas.
Hey, post games. You know they say they got 4 first round draft pick offensive linemen on that team. 2 gonna be this year and 2 gonna be next year.
Yeah.
I know one thing. If I was a betting man, I wouldn't do nothing with this game. Maybe the
Nope.
over. Maybe the over. That's it.
Nope, I stayed away.
Man, listen, I would advise everybody to stay away because you don't know what this game is going to do, man. It's at 3.5, and you thinking, oh, man, somebody going to win by a touchdown. Nah, because it's going to come down to a last-second field goal. Whoever got the ball last, if all they need is a field goal, they're going to get it. If they need a touchdown, they might not get the touchdown.
That's why Vegas got it at 3.5. They trying to catch you slipping.
They're trying to catch you slipping. And then guess what? They're going to catch a whole lot of folks slipping for sure. I really like Barrett Morgan in this game, man. He's in his 5th year. He's been slinging that thing. He's going to have all the confidence in the world. He's riding high. He got playmakers. He's dropping almost 70 points a game on folks' heads. I'm going to go with Texas Tech, even though I probably shouldn't be going with Texas Tech as a Texas Longhorns fan. But I'm going with Tech in this one because I would rather see Tech win than see freaking Utah win.
Whoa. Am I the only one on this panel that got Utah at home today?
Nah, Parlay Poe. I got him.
You're the only one.
Nah, Parlay
Poe
Poe.
got Utah too.
He got Utah in there. I got the picks down. I've been jotting them down, man. It's getting good.
Mossberg, put it on the board, my guy. Utah gets the job done by 3 today at home.
You Utah by 3? That's what you saying? I got you.
Utah by 3 at home.
And I got you circled on that too, post game.
My man.
We're gonna see how well my film study does me justice.
Yes, sir.
As long as I beat Zay, I don't care who else I lose to. I just got to beat Zay. I can't walk into the building at work and this dude get to talk some more stuff to me about some daggone football, man.
Oh,
I got to beat Zay.
Yeah, hey, the way he talk, we arch rivals around here, man.
Hey, from the text, I'm gonna get it out. I ain't said in the text last night, but Zay is up I think 2-0 from when he started on that late night text spree last night.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even go back and read it because I already knew he was on some Mets. Next, we got Arkansas, who was favored by 7.5, traveling to, I think, is a really good Memphis team. The over and under is 61.5. What do y'all think about this game? Can Memphis really show the world that, listen, we are a good group of 16?
So, Taylor Green is a monster. He really is. I like this Memphis team though, man. I think this Memphis team is playing for a playoff bid as well. So as a non-group of five, as a non-power four group team, or however you say it, you don't know what I'm trying to say. So Arkansas traveling to Memphis. Memphis is going to have home field advantage. I like Memphis with the points. I like them on the money line, though. I gotta go Memphis right here. I think that quarterback can do things with his legs as well. So I'm not sure about Arkansas. I know what Taylor Green is, but I'm still not sure about the rest of that roster.
I don't know on this one. I'm going Arkansas just because I think the depth of talent is going to be too much in the end for Memphis. Money line, I'll take Arkansas. Spread, I take Memphis on the spread, and I take the over in this game because Arkansas. That's the main concern I have is their defense can't stop nobody. I mean, they just their defense is not good, and Taylor Green is just a freak though. So that's kind of why I lean Arkansas. I think if it's late, I just think he can make a play.
Good to see you in here this morning, Parlay Poe. Say that good saying. Say that good saying that you say to the people as we didn't get to get you on
it's
the
all about
morning.
the blue right now.
It's all about
the blue right now.
I'm gonna go with Memphis in this one at home. I agree with Zay just saying they trying to get in that playoff. I know Taylor Green he's definitely a monster, a monster in what he do, but I don't think the offense could get it done. Playing against Memphis at home and knowing the defense I had to step up at some point, I think Memphis defense will be the team to step up. So I'm going to go Memphis in a close one. I'm going to say at 0.5 is going to be tough, but I think they could possibly get it and win by 10. I think Memphis could get the win by 10 possibly today.
Go ahead, folks.
Hey, I think Arkansas, since they be getting dragged by the SEC teams, I think they're going to go out here and show and prove and beat up on Memphis.
Y'all, this is an interesting game in my opinion. Listen, man, I said it last stream or the stream before that. I think Taylor Green just might be what we thought Sellers and Lagway would be this season. That kid is special, man. I'm not sold on Arkansas as a team, but I think if Taylor Green can make some plays in the passing game, because Memphis is really good against the run, they'll have a chance. So I'm gonna take Arkansas ever so slightly. They'll pull it off with a thin margin of victory.
Yeah, I mean, I can't go against Taylor Green against a group of 16, man. This guy is going to be able to make plays. He's going to probably have more depth and talent than Memphis. Even though I think this Memphis team is going to get him a really good game, I wouldn't mess with the 7.5 that they favored by, but I think they're going to win the game simply because Taylor Green is going to be able to make something happen. And they're going to need this win in order to even think about getting to a bowl game. They're going to need this mug because once they get into SEC play, they're not going to have many opportunities to get a win. Next, we got Syracuse, who is not favored in this game against Clemson. They're getting 17.5 points. Let's think about this Clemson team. They're favored by 17 and a half, and they haven't been able to score a lot of points. Now, maybe they will against Syracuse, or maybe Dabo Sweeney might be intimidated by Fran Brown in the comments he made. But what do y'all think about this game? Can Clemson cover that 17 and a half with an over and under of 54 and a half? What's your thoughts on this one?
Money line.
Money line.
Money line Clemson. And I ain't even messing with that over and under. Money line Clemson. That's all I'm going to say.
I got Clemson on the money line on mine. But I got Fran Brown beating Dabo Sweeney after halftime. Somebody need to beat Dabo Sweeney.
Man, I'm not sure that Clemson is going to win this game, man.
I'm not either.
I thought that Syracuse actually played a Tennessee team very tough that I think is probably really a top 5 team in the country the first week of the season. So,
but there's difference. First week of the season, Tennessee was breaking in Aguilar. So
yeah, I get all that, man, but just from what I've seen, that's factual that we've seen on the field.
Right.
I think this Clemson team is a bad team, bro, and they got so much that returned from last year. But you still can't go into a season saying just because they did something last year that something is off in Clemson, man. Something is just off, and I would not be surprised if I seen Syracuse win this game. But with that being said, I'm still taking Clemson money line, like Poe said. All you got to do is win by 1 point. But I would stay away from this game if I was I am a betting man, and I did stay away from this game. I will stay away from this game, period, because I just do not know about Clemson.
Yeah, I agree with Zay, man. The rant that Dabo Sweeney had earlier this week, I don't know if that's a fire starter for his team, or I don't know if that's a meltdown, fella. So that really worries me about this Clemson team. I believe Syracuse quarterback Notre Dame transfer Steve Angeli leads the nation in passing. And that's not to say that's going to dictate the outcome of the game, but man, I just don't know. I don't want to pick this game, but if I got to, I'm gonna go with Clemson, man. And I do not feel confident in this pick.
It's crazy that we talking about Clemson this way. Somehow them winning the ACC, even showing faces in the national championship this year, being a tough opponent for anybody. I'm feeling the same way. That's a good thing you said post game. I don't know what Clemson is going to do. Franz then fired his Syracuse team up. It's a scary day for Clemson in Death Valley, which is crazy. I'm going to take Clemson. Like Parlay Post said, I'm not messing with the points. I'm not messing with the spread. I'm just going with Clemson on the win. I think they can at least get the win being at home. You know, it's a lot going on, and this may be a game they have to win because if they don't, I think their season is over. Clemson lose, their season is done.
Hey, I low-key want to see these two coaches box.
they won the box. They won the box each other.
The way these press conferences been the last
they won the box each other.
Yeah, for sure. It might be a brawl.
I agree with y'all, man. I wouldn't touch this game at all. I don't know what Clemson is, but we're gonna find out today. Because if Syracuse can go in there and give them a game and keep this thing close in the other Death Valley, which don't seem like a Death Valley, Clemson got some things they need to do, man, and they're gonna have to figure it out because since NIL hit, they haven't really been that good of a team. So they're gonna have to figure that thing out. If they can get a good win and win convincingly today, then maybe they might change some of our minds. But they're gonna have to do something, man. I'm gonna take Clemson to win it, but I don't think they're gonna cover that 17 and a half.
You said Death Valley. It's been more like Hidden Valley.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Yeah.
The next game we got on the slate is number 22 Auburn at number 11 Oklahoma. Oklahoma's favored by 6.5, and the over and under is 47.5. What's your thoughts on this game? Can Auburn get the upset in Norman, Oklahoma?
No.
I'm,
Straight no.
I'm going.
Oklahoma, the points, and the over under I'm not touching,
Yeah.
but give me Oklahoma and I'll give the 6.5 points. I don't think Auburn. I think Jackson Arnold's going to be way hyped up coming back to Oklahoma, and I think that Oklahoma defense is legit. And I think they're going to. Auburn can't run. I mean, Auburn can run the ball, but they haven't played anybody. They struggled with South Alabama. They did beat Baylor, but what's Baylor? And they blew out Ball State. They have no deep passing game. So Oklahoma's just going to stack the box and force them to run the ball and then stop it. And I just don't see this game being close. I see Oklahoma big.
Yeah, I'm going with Oklahoma. I'm riding out with Oklahoma for the rest of the year since they beat my boys. Mateer, he showed me he got them legs and he can throw it. He only gonna get better. That defense only gonna get better. You know what I mean? So I like Auburn. I like what they got over there, but I'm still taking Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm going to OU as well. I think the only thing that Auburn can do on offense is run the ball. Actually, uh, they have no passing attack. I think Jackson Arnold made some throws in that Tulane game that he had to make, and they escaped out of there. But I think Oklahoma is just way more of a complete team. I'm looking at John Mateer, and I'm like, are we watching the number one draft pick in the NFL draft? When I see him play, he looks like he's the number one draft pick.
Yeah, I call him Mateer the Deer. He's just different, man. He's definitely changed this whole Oklahoma outlook, man. Coming in playing these first few games, Oklahoma had nothing to talk about offensively last year. Oklahoma is a team to talk about even in the playoffs, a possible national contender. Mateer is that legit. That defense in Oklahoma is different. You know, Auburn, you coming in on a bad week to go against the Oklahoma team that's at home and they gonna play tough. Um, I'm gonna surprise you. I got Oklahoma winning, but I'm gonna take them with the over in this one. I don't know why I just thought of that. But I'm gonna take them with the over for some odd reason. I think they can actually put these points on the board, man, for some reason at home today. So I'm gonna go Oklahoma and the over.
Yeah, fellas. I think the world of Mateer. I believe he's the Heisman front runner early on in the season. Oklahoma defense is good. One thing I questioned coming into the season was that offensive line because they gave up 1,000,000 sacks last season, but they seem to have worked that out. And I'm not picking. I don't know if I can pick against Oklahoma. Rob, that Red River is coming up, buddy.
You can pick against them then. I think that Auburn has a chance to keep this game close if they can run the football well enough and complete enough throws with Jackson Arnold's arm, because they can really make some trouble for Oklahoma's offense because their offensive line is banged up right now. I think three of the guys that they played against, that started against Michigan, are not playing in this game. They're hurt, if I'm correct. But I know they got some linemen that are hurt. And I think that they got a chance to take advantage of that because Auburn got some talent on their defense. And they can be a little physical too. So I think that they could possibly make this game interesting. Will they beat Oklahoma? I don't think so. I'm picking Oklahoma to win it. I don't know if they cover that 6.5 because I don't think they win by a touchdown. But I'm staying under the 47.5. But I got Oklahoma winning the game. But I think Auburn has a chance to pull it out though.
That's a 3:30 game.
Yeah, it's at 3:30. Yeah. What's your thoughts on number 21 Michigan, favored by 1.5, going into Nebraska, who has the nicest fans in the world, bro. Their fans are way too nice for them to be as good as they have been in the past. The over and under is 47.5. What y'all think about this game? Can Nebraska give Michigan some trouble?
Man, listen, if Michigan go out there and drive that Bugatti like a Bugatti, I don't think Nebraska stand a chance. They got to drive that Bugatti like it's a Bugatti, though. That's all I think. And I'm picking Michigan because I think they figured it out last week. You can't go into these big games and not drive your cars like they sports cars.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm taking Michigan. The way that young bull looked last week, man, over 200 passing, over 100 rushing. I don't know, man. I think we in for something special the rest of the season. Um, I like the way Gus Johnson, shout out to him, and seeing his little insert of his player of the week thing he did, and how he had Bryce Underwood. It was special, man. I just was thinking about it, but I'm going with Michigan at Nebraska, and I'm gonna take Michigan at least by a field goal, but they may do more, man. This Michigan team, I think, can go as long as his quarterback go, and I think we seen last week how special he could be throwing the ball as well.
I don't know. Which Underwood shows up? The one that played against Oklahoma, or the one that played last week? That's the game. That's the game to me. Um, I don't, as bad as it is because of the history of the program, I don't think Nebraska fans are as loud and as rambunctious as Oklahoma fans. So I think that may play. It's not a night game, so that's a help because we all know playing at night on the road is brutal. I got Michigan, but I'm not confident in that. I could see Nebraska bringing the upset here, but I'll go Michigan just because I think they're the more talented team.
Oh yeah, I agree. I do believe Michigan is the more talented team. I think they need to feed Haynes this game. Rayola, he gets a lot of hype, but I haven't been impressed with him. Me personally, fellas. So I'll take Michigan in this game. They got to pound the ball. I believe they're gonna pound the ball with Haynes and Underwood gonna have a rushing touchdown or two. So I got Michigan, fellas.
We got to
Yeah,
get these. We got to get these big. Go ahead, no.
yeah. I see the game is only 1.5 in favor of Michigan. I really don't. I agree with you post game. I haven't seen the Rayola that they say this guy is, man, and I don't think he's going to go out there and do anything against this Michigan defense that's going to change my mind. I think Michigan can run the football with Haynes and with that Bugatti, as my man Fandu calls him. I think they're going to be able to do some things because they realize we got something here that we got to use. We used it last week. We didn't use it so much against Oklahoma in the manner in which we should. And we shouldn't just be holding this guy back. Let him go out there and do whatever it is we want him to do and let him go out there and see what he can make happen. And I think they're going to do that for the rest of the season. I don't think they're going to hold back on their play calling with that young quarterback. And I think Michigan's going to cover this 1.5 and beat Nebraska at home.
Yeah, ain't no going back. You know what I mean? You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. You know what I mean? Like ain't no going back. He unleashed. You know what I mean? Nebraska's the 75th ranked run defense, and we need these big uglies to play. You know what I mean? We need them to play. And Justin Hayes at 100 yards every game. We need them to play, and the defense need to get after it. Think about Rayola. He like to play. He like to throw in the middle. so our linebackers have to be stout. You know what I mean? Only thing I don't like, we got Jay Sean on the end. I'm not cool about Roder playing in his spot. I like Cole Sullivan, but he an underclassman, so they letting Roder play. Uh, Wink is. So right now they got it. We got our safety back that was hurt, so he gonna get spot time. So we'll see, man. We need to get at him all game.
Yeah, we seen a lot of Nebraska throwing passes at the line of scrimmage last year. And Poe, you came into the season saying one of your concerns was them cornerbacks. So
Yeah.
this is going to be a good test because they starting to try to push the ball down the field this year.
Yeah. Yeah, them corners, man. We got a Hill. He supposed to be our best corner, but he handsy. You know what I mean? He handsy, and then he can get some penalties. But see, like coaches don't like to play these underclassmen. We got these underclassmen that's pretty good, but we got seniors on the ends. You know what I mean? And transfers. So you know what I mean? Like we gonna see.
Just
Man.
I was just about to say real quick. I've got the crazy dog down the street barking. I'm glad you mentioned something about Hayes and his running. I noticed that, but then I think just a thought out there: if the Buckeyes play Jackson consistently and Hayes continue on the streak, I think we're gonna look at two of the top running backs in the country come November. I feel very good about Hayes and respectively Jackson as well being two of the top running backs in the Big Ten. Man, I've been watching that every week. I get a chance to watch them. I think they're pretty explosive.
You can't forget about that boy from Washington.
Yeah, I'm about to say
I haven't seen him yet.
Oh,
respectively, I want to watch him today.
Oh, he's tough.
Hey, it's some running backs in the Big Ten, dog.
Yeah,
those are just I don't know what it is. I just like those two, but I definitely want to check out the one from Washington as well.
Hey, when you get to the Big Ten, it's like a pick 'em for real. Like who you feel like the best back is, because really you can go a whole bunch of different ways.
Singleton, you know what I mean?
I know
you got Allen and Singleton at Penn State, and then Oregon got two guys. It's nice.
Yeah.
We got South Carolina with Lenore Sellers playing today at number 23, Missouri. Missouri is favored by 9.5. I don't know if this line changed since they announced that Lenore Sellers is going to play and start. The over and under is 48.5. What's your thoughts on this game? What's your thoughts on Lenore Sellers? Is he going to be able to finish the season?
I got to look at him play this game because even though he got hit, it looked like he checked out last week. I didn't think he was going to play for the rest of the season for real, because I didn't think that hit was like really that dangerous, but it was head to head. So I got to see what kind of Lenore that I get. If we're going to get that one Lenore, he gonna be back with a tear. And I don't believe in Mizzou. I don't believe him. They always get that SEC hype all the time. Every year they get SEC hype. I don't believe in them. So I'm gonna take South Carolina plus the 9.5. I gotta hurry up, get to the casino so I can get that bet in.
Oh snaps! Oh man, listen, man. I'm curious to see Lenore's too, man, because sometimes you ain't thinking straight after them concussions, bruh. And I want to see what his decision making is like today. But this the thing too. I think Missouri is a different Missouri this year, Poe. I'm sorry, that defensive line is serious. I like that defensive line. And Prebula, I hope I said his name right. It was a blessing that their other quarterback got hurt and they put him in there, because I think he's way better and he gives them a way better chance to win any game out there that they go into. So I mean, I'm taking Missouri. I don't think they cover that spread, but I think they win this game.
I think Missouri wins
Come on, man.
and covers. South Carolina, I mean, Sellers, I mean, like you said, what's he going to do? Is he going to be afraid to run now? Not necessarily afraid, but is he going to be thinking about, oh, I don't need to get hit, blah, blah. But the South Carolina just doesn't seem right all around. Their defense don't look near the same. And I know they lost some talent off last year's team. I get that, but that defense looks like a shell of itself. And I think that Missouri running back is insane. Hardy.
Yeah.
That dude there is, I think he's real. And I just, at home, Missouri, all the hype. I just think Missouri beats them in pretty bad.
I think I agree. I think Missouri answered a lot of questions. They was, up so high last year, and then they had that crazy backstretch. I think they, like Zay said, they may be a different team this year. I'm definitely still going to watch them. I got them winning this game. I think South Carolina, some years ago, they had a quarterback that was a running quarterback, something like Sellers, but he couldn't stay healthy. They had him for a few years, and it didn't fare out right. Similar situation. I just don't think South Carolina's good with or without him. He can't stay healthy through a whole season. He wants to run. Them hits tally up. So I got Missouri winning, and I think they can cover that 9.5 as well.
Fellas, I'm with you, Poe. It's hard for me to believe in Missouri because they've been hyped up so many times and didn't live up to the billing. But I don't have much faith in South Carolina either, fellas. And I think Missouri is top 5 in offense, top 5 in defense early on in the season. This might be their year, man. And I'm gonna take Missouri.
Yeah, I'm taking Missouri. I'm taking them to cover the 9.5 because I am not sold on South Carolina. I thought after seeing South Carolina that first game that they had some things that they would be able to do with Lenore Sellers, but they have regressed, in my opinion. I don't think that he's going to be 100% probably for the rest of this season. I don't think that they're playing that well on defense. I think Missouri has a running game. They got a solid defense, and I think they're going to win this game against South Carolina, and cover that 9.5.
Man, yeah, like you were saying under the running game. I think this stat is so crazy, bro. They 3 games in, they got a running back with 462 yards. They got another one with 222 yards and another running back with 123 yards. Now, if that ain't a rushing attack, you got to tell me which one is. You feel me?
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's Missouri. They got 3 running backs with over 100. One with almost down near 5, and then another dude with almost 200. You only 3 games into the season. How are y'all putting up these stats? It's been 2 games. They had 2 running backs go over 100 yards.
Probably level of competition.
They did it against Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas, man, they disappointed.
Level of competition for sure. Level of competition.
Yeah.
Man, y'all might play them in a bowl game, man. Stop talking crazy.
I know you feel that way, Fan Jose, but Texas is better than what you think.
We're going to see. We're going to find out. That's for sure.
We're going to find out. We got Florida at Miami. Number 4, Miami at that. Miami in this game is only favored by 7.5 points. And the over and under is 51.5. Miami is only favored by 7.5 points. Is that right?
Man, this Vegas in-state rivalry. You know what I mean? That go out the window. But I'm still Carson Beck playing well, Fletcher Jr. playing well. So I like Miami's defense. I'm still suspect on that back end of them. But Florida ain't showed me nothing, no. He Lagway with them 5 interceptions, or man, I don't know if he leading the nation in interceptions just on that one game. But
probably so.
Yeah, he disappointed me. I'm ready for them to put the young boy in for a couple series, whatever. But I'm going Miami. It might get ugly.
Poe, last year against teams over 500 or better, Lagway was 9 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. He give you the ball, so this is not nothing new. I think he struggled reading coverages. This line is definitely low for me because I think he's gonna give them the ball again today, and you cannot give Miami the ball like you did LSU because they're gonna go score. So I'm taking Miami, and I think they cover.
Same here. I'm going Miami. They cover. Might get ugly early before the half. Florida's just not that team anymore. Not this season.
Miami, but close. I don't think they cover. I think that Florida defense is crazy. You throw 5 picks last week against LSU, and you only lose by 10 with 5 picks. No. I just think that Florida defense is good. No, I mean, Carson Beck, don't get me wrong, he leads the nation in completion percentage, like 80%. And Miami got a pretty good defense, too.
You sure? I think that's my guy. I think my guy leads the country in completion.
That's what I saw yesterday on one of the college podcasts. He was like 78, 79%.
79%,
Yeah, I think Julian.
Yeah, Julian up there too. Don't get me wrong, but I think Florida's defense keeps them in the game. And what Lagway are you going to see?
Yeah,
a kid's got all the talent in the world, but I mean, I saw that kid play at Willis High School in Texas, just outside of Houston, and dude, one of the best arms I've ever seen from a quarterback. And I'm saying we played against Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray and stuff. This kid was different. And which one shows up? That's what's going to make this game.
What time is that game?
That's that
7:30.
That's
the night game on ABC.
Oh yeah. I got to
Florida at night too. Miami.
I think that Miami offense is more potent than that LSU offense, though. That's why I like the spread on this, because man, that LSU offense post game warned us, and I didn't believe it until it happened again. And I'm like, man, they got some things to figure out on that offense.
I'm gonna take the U. I just don't think. I don't think we're gonna see the best of Florida anymore this season, if we ever saw it this season. I think they checked out on their coach. 5 interceptions is nasty work, and I'm a big Lagway fan, but that was nasty work. So, fellas, I'm gonna take the U. I think the U, so far through a few games, has proven that they're a top 2 to 3 team in this country.
Yeah, I'm taking the U as well. And what I'm hearing in the background is they're ready to part ways with the coach at Florida after that loss to South Florida. They don't want to give him an opportunity to win a big game. And if they lose this game against Miami, I believe that they're going to fire him after this game. And I think, you might as well go ahead and fire him now because they're not winning this game. Miami, I think on both sides of the ball, is going to be way too physical. They got bookends that's going to be all over Lagway. Even though Florida does have a pretty good defense, I like what they got on that side of the ball, but I don't think they're going to have enough because their offense isn't going to play complementary football. And I think the bookends for Miami is going to get after Lagway and force him into some turnovers, especially a guy who is not reading the defense as well as we thought he would in year 2. I got Miami winning this game. I got them covering that 7.5, and I can definitely see them going over the 51.5 because Miami might drop a 45 burger on.
So what you saying? This game could prolong Knapp's firing?
If Florida can win it, they're probably gonna not fire him. What the people want though is for him to lose this game so they can justify firing him right now. They probably should have fired him after last week because if they get to Texas, the game that they could possibly win, because Texas is not playing really well on offense, they don't want to give him a chance to do that like he did last year. They want to get rid of this guy, but they don't want him to have an opportunity to win what is considered a big game, and they don't think he's going to win this one. So they're going to be justified in firing him after this one.
They should have just already fired him because he's gonna have a whole bunch of opportunities to win big games.
Yeah.
Yes. So if he get beat today, they firing him in a press conference. What you think?
No, they're gonna have some class about it. They're gonna wait till Monday.
Yes.
Or maybe even Sunday. Yeah, but they're gonna have some class about it. They ain't gonna get him on his way to the bus.
You was right about Julian, by the way. He's 78.9% completion percentage.
Yeah, I think
Beck
that
is
last
79.3.
Yeah, that's last game. I think he's surpassed Julian. Come on, Julian, man. You gotta go. He gotta go 20 for 20 next week, man. So I don't know. We gotta move up.
The last game that we have on the slate, unless y'all want to talk about another game after this one, and I think it's another good one out there that's not on this slate. We got number 9 Illinois traveling to Indiana. Indiana is favored by 6.5. The over and under is 52.5. Do y'all think Indiana can win by a touchdown and the extra point?
Oh man, we're gonna see what Illinois is about this game, and we're gonna see what Indiana is about. I don't like how Indiana play in in the second half. So they start off good, but second half they lack discipline. So I'm taking the line and 9 on this one, plus the 6.5.
All right, man. So I've been studying these two teams all week, for real. Um, and what I got away from this is I think Indiana is kind of severely underrated. Um, this offense is not the same offense we seen from Indiana last year. I think Mendoza's legs to unlock some things. I think they got one of the best receiving corps in the Big Ten, if not the country. Um, and I think that offensive line is way more physical than it was last year. So that defense had about 4 preseason All-Americans on it. So I'm not really concerned on the defensive side with Indiana. It was always something going on with the offensive side for them to be able to keep up with big time programs or just in big time games in general. It is something to note too that they got a cornerback who I can't think of his name right now, but he's actually in a legal battle with the NCAA about this year and being able to play for the rest of the year. This is his last guaranteed game to play, and I think them dudes is gonna come out there and play hard for him, just because they want to. If he can't get approved to play the rest of the year, they got to send him out on a good note. I like Indiana, man. I think this offense is explosive. I don't think Illinois is as explosive as them. I know Illinois might be the more experienced team, but even with all that experience, what have they really done? Indiana is a program that's fresh off a college football playoff appearance, so I like Indiana to win at home. I like them to cover the spread as well.
These two teams are so balanced comparatively against each other. I'm looking at the stats. The leading passers, 709, 708 for yardage. Rushers, 222, 217. Receiving yards, 289, 299. Everything lines up for this just to be a dogfight to the end. I think being at home, I do think Indiana is more explosive. I'm going to take Indiana, but Illinois, I don't know. I think if they get their running game going and can control the clock, I think they could pull it. But I'm going to go Indiana at home. I'm not going to touch the spread on it, and I would probably take the under on this game.
I'm going. This is I know post game is waiting to get his pieces on this one, being a hometown guy in Indiana. Indiana. I was feeling the same way about Zay. They went to the playoff last year, so a lot to prove for them. A lot of people really haven't talked about them, giving them much respect either for this season. I'm gonna go Indiana on a win. Man, I'm gonna go Indiana with the points as well. I think they can get the win by a touchdown. Being at home is a difference maker. I think they stop Illinois in that running attack today and get loose on their passing attack. As they said, that corner, he's a key piece of what Indiana does as well. So that will be a big loss for them. So I think they go out and they put it all together for him as well today.
Yeah, these are two really good teams, really balanced teams. I love the fact that Indiana and Illinois are ranked so highly, and both of them have a chance to represent the Big Ten in the playoffs this season. I really like both of these teams, fellas. I think I like Illinois a little more. Y'all know I surprisingly picked them to win the Big Ten this season. I think Altmaier is the truth, probably the most slept-on quarterback in the nation. I think the Illini pull this off. I'm not as confident because I believe Illinois will be without one of their better corners today or tonight. But I'm going to stick with my pick, and I'm going to pick the Illini.
Yeah, this is going to be a game where I believe this game is going to be close from start to finish. If Indiana has second half troubles like they had last year, like Parlay Post said he's seen them have this year, that might bode well for Illinois. I think this game is going to come down to the end. Neither one of these teams really can afford to lose this game because they got another big game on their schedule against another Big Ten opponent, which might push them right on the outside of the committee having favor on them. The winner, though, is going to be in pretty decent shape, though, because they only going to probably have that one other Big Ten game that is going to probably they're probably going to lose. I think Illinois has Ohio State. I think Indiana has Oregon, I believe. I don't know if they have anybody else outside of Oregon that they will have trouble with. I'm going to take Indiana at home, man. I don't think they're going to cover that 6.5, and I think it's going to be under the 52.5. I'm only taking Indiana because they're at home. I really want to go with my man Terrence Brooks, the transfer from Texas, the transfer from Ohio State to Texas to Illinois, who plays corner for Illinois. I think he's still there. I want to go with him, but I don't think they're going to pull out this victory. I'm going to go with Indiana in this one in a really narrow victory. Probably going to come down to a last-second field goal.
Yeah, the kid's name is Lewis Moore. In correction, there was 3 preseason All-Americans on that Indiana defense, one at each level. The defensive end, Kamari, the linebacker, and the Pons kid that plays in the slot.
Yeah, I'm glad you came back and corrected your inflated numbers.
Hey, I'm a real man. I'm a real, you know what?
You know he had to come back at you, Zay. You know he had to get one off.
I hope he pop up at 12 o'clock.
I'm gonna try to, man. I'm gonna definitely try to be there at noon time to kick it with you a little bit, watch some games. Is there anything else y'all want to add before we get out of here? We right at an hour and 25 minutes. Any other games that interest you?
Just my upset, man. Tulane over Ole Miss today.
Yeah. Paul did pick that on the Wednesday night show.
Yeah, Tulane over Ole Miss. This dude got what's it called? Retzlaff.
Retzlaff. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. He got almost 300 yards rushing and like almost 500 yards passing. So
Yeah.
you already know about a good quarterback in college. You know what I mean? Hey, go a long way.
Hey, this non-power school race is gonna get very fun, man. I'm telling y'all, cause we're gonna see Tulane play Memphis. We're gonna see multiple games where these guys is gonna run into each other, and it's gonna come down to who just wanted more.
Right.
Yeah. I think South Florida right now might be the team I would pick, but there's still a lot of football left to be played for
Hey,
the group of 6 schools. So we got to wait and see because it's going to be interesting.
hey, they in the same conference as all them teams too.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why it's going, because I think the team is going to come from that conference. You got Tulane, you got Memphis, you got South Florida. I want to say, is it East Carolina in there?
East Carolina.
East Carolina. So it's like 6-7 programs. Army, Navy in there. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't got much else to say outside of what we usually do. I'm at 6%. That's what I'm about to head us up out of here.
Hey,
to get to the casino.
Hey, the bus leave at 11, Moss.
Nah, I'm about to hit you. I'm about to get dressed and everything and tap in with you. You already know it, but nah, man, we appreciate everyone tuning in. Sean, we appreciate you joining us this Saturday morning for what's happening college football. Everything, man. We definitely be tuning in tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. NFL Talk. Make sure y'all tap into everything you see scrolling at the bottom. Level Up Sports, FanDuel, Zay. We got Parlay Poe in the building, the Blitzburg, Post Game 86 is at the factory getting that work in at the plantation. And we got Sean. We're going to get his YouTube channel going too. Me and him will talk about that. And we got the man that put us all together, WTP up top. And as we always do,
let
man.
me give you two real quick things. Let me give you two quick things. In honor of the retirement that was announced by Clayton Kershaw, I'm going to give you two little quick facts about him. One, he was a state champion baseball pitcher in Highland Park, Texas, where his other teammate was Matthew Stafford. Two, in the playoff game, one of the craziest stats I've ever heard. Threw a perfect game in a playoff game in baseball, 27 strikeouts.
Oh, are you serious?
Swear to God, he did it against Richardson Pierce, I believe.
Hey, rest in peace to my late great grandfather Willie Cooks, man. That's his guys. That's all his guys right there. The whole Dodgers,
man.
Huh?
I said R.I.P.
Oh, Chili Willie, man, the original pimp, the original OG.
You feel me? I
Yeah,
feel
man.
that.
It cut out on me on my computer.
That is nuts, bro.
Yeah.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah, that's crazy.
He was striking out the manager. You know what I mean? Like,
Look, if I'm up to bat, I'm just gonna pull a hamstring in the batter's box. I'm in.
Sure.
Man, he was striking out everybody.
Yeah.
I guess you could say, man, I was one of those dudes that got struck out by him too in that game. That would be their claim to fame.
He struck everybody out.
Yep.
Everybody out.
Man.
That's nuts. All right, y'all have a good one, man. Hopefully we can get up later on today. Hopefully I'll get the chance to see y'all over at the spot. So everybody have a good one. Enjoy this day of college football, and we out.
Go Blue.
Peace.
I see you, Zay.
Go Nose.
Hey, sports fans, this is Robert with WTP Sports.
Good. I can't complain. Everybody listen.
And I'm not talking about Mickey D, but I love your coffee, so don't sue me. I would love to drink it on the street.
Y'all never had it to where y'all just got numb to winning, just like year after year after year after year after year.
Low post, mid post, high post, post game sports.
with another banger.